breathe deeply, have enough sleep. So these are the major solutions which is widely talked about to control the anxiety. But it is equally important to control the root causes or to eliminate them forever from your life so that you will never have this anxiety issues throughout the rest of your life. I'm going to talk about three most common root causes of the anxiety, and I will also provide the solutions to it. So just be with me till the end of the video. Before I get into the root causes, I would like to give you an example or the analogy explaining why it is important to know the root causes more than the solutions. Well, I was having a cold and fever continuously, even though I was taking the on-the-shelf medicine every day. After a week, I decided to go to doctor, and he explained me that I was just cleaning the floor, wiping out all the dust without even looking at the roof, that some bugs are creating this mess, and this mess is always falling down on the floor, and I'm just cleaning the floor and not looking at the top. It is important to clean the roof from where the dust is actually falling. So that actually made sense, and he gave me the right medicines to eliminate the illness that I had. So let's move on to the root causes now. The first root cause is anticipatory anxiety. Well, it is something like worrying about worrying. You get anxiety even before the event happens. In this case, the brain actually rehearses about the worst case scenarios of the events. The event can be presentation or the job interview or anything of that sort. The strange part is when the actual event happens, the anxiety drops. So the thing is, you got worried about the thing which has never happened in real. So it was all in your brain, you were making up the wrong scenarios and just worried about the future event. Now let's talk about the solution. Let's see how to fix this. Take a paper, write down all the worst case scenarios that you have already imagined even before this event happened, and allocate a slot in your 24 hours of the day, and tell yourself that if these thoughts crosses my mind again, I will come back to this only during that 10 minutes of slot that you have allocated. This sounds too simple, but this is going to break the grip of this anxiety on the rest of your day. The second root cause is suppressed decision, something which you have been avoiding deciding. A conversation that you know you need to have, a certification that you know you need to have but you haven't been acting on it. You have been avoiding these things from a very long time. But the thing is, even though you may not have been consciously thinking about these things, these will keep on running subconsciously in your mind. Ever felt anxious for no reason? Well, then you suddenly realize that, oh, I haven't dealt with so and so things, and which is what is causing anxiety. So that's this. Now let's see how to fix these things. Take a paper, note down all the unresolved or undecided things on the paper. Let's track them one by one. Let's say currently where these things are. Maybe you want to talk to your manager, but you haven't been able to do that. Schedule a meeting and have a conversation with your manager and come to the conclusion. Then write it down on the paper, one problem solved. Then call your friend, invite him for a coffee or tea, speak to him, come to the conclusion, then write it down on the paper again and have this thing resolved. Then automatically all these problems will be wiped out from your brain because you know that it is on paper and things are already resolved. The third one is comparison. Well, whenever you watch social media, you see some reels where the successful people or the influencers, they highlight their life and you end up comparing your life with their life. Basically, you are comparing your complete life with the highlight they have showed in their reels. Maybe if you make your reel with the highlights, maybe it will look even better than theirs, but we usually don't do that. The thing is, you may also get yourself compared with your peers or the friends who have already reached the highest level. Well, it automatically happens your subconscious mind. It keeps on running whenever you start looking into their feeds or you call them or whenever you see your photo with them. So how do you fix that? Well, when you see any influencers for specific information, stick to the information, don't look at their lifestyle, or just filter such feeds and restrict those feeds only to the influencers who actually share the information, not the highlights of their life. So that will exactly cut down the comparison. Instead, you will only receive the information and you can use it effectively. Also, when you meet your friend or when you see any of the influencers who have reached the highest success, just make sure to take the information such as did they start early, how did they take decisions, what did they follow, what rules did they follow, and what did they read. So just take these information instead of comparing yourself with them. So with that, you can start progressing from wherever you are currently standing. These are the 3 common anxieties I wanted to cover, and I have also mentioned their fixes as well. I know there are many other types of anxieties. Well, if you want me to address any specific type of anxieties, just please comment below and I will reply you back. Thank you for watching my video and I will see you in the next video.